So before every use on our personal protective equipment, we'll actually do an air test. You can see how small that hole is if you want to pass that around. And you can see the tip of the hot dog just like the other one, but this actually had rubber glove protection. It just had a small hole in it. Talking about our PPE, our personal protective equipment. Rubber gloves with our protectors and rubber sleeves. Anytime we're dealing with primary voltages, we're in this. Along with our hard hats, our safety glasses, our flame resistant clothing, and our composite or steel-toed boots. Now in an instance like this, please do not cut that tree off the line. If it's on a power line, do not cut that tree off the line. That's our job. You have no way of knowing if that line's de-energized. That electricity will go from that power line straight down that tree to the ground. And it will be energized. We've got another one we've just started doing. We use these rubber gloves as part of our personal protective equipment. And we test them every day to make sure they don't have holes in them. We've actually put a pinhole in this one, and we have a hot dog up inside of it. So before every use on our personal protection, and the aluminum we're actually using is the bones. Now electricity, if you do have a contact, it burns from the inside out. So the first thing that's going to affect is your bones. If you want to pass that around. You can look at the tips of those and see how they're burned off. So it starts at the bones and slowly works itself out. If you've had a bad contact, when you get to the burn unit, one of the first things they'll do is they'll start cutting you open. Just start making slices in your skin, because the skin is going to slowly swell to where it actually rips the skin. So they're going to make places in your skin to where it actually comes out, and it's coming over here to this other transformer that you have at your home, and it's coming in 7,200 volts at the top, coming out 12240 at the bottom, going through your house meter and coming out and lighting up this light. Now some of the equipment we have on the pole, when you hear us talking about cutouts, it's these devices here. Those are generally what we have at our transformers, some of our line taps. So if we have a fault, a tree, a squirrel, whatever, a lot of times those will open because they're a one-time use type operation. As soon as it blows, it drops open and we have an outage. And we'll come out and repair that outage. Now on down right here, we have what's called an ECR. It's an electronic circuit recloser. It takes 4 shots before it locks out. And what that does is we've got a couple fast shots, so instantaneous, it'll trip and come back on.
Now the wire that we're working on right now is 477 wire, which is very thick and it's very, very stiff. So what Mr. Whitfield's doing is he's actually sticking the wire as he's jacking up on the wire. He's actually sticking the wire into the sleeve and jacking the wire into the sleeve because it's really hard to deal with. The wire that we work on, it's not light, it's very heavy. It takes time. After Mr. Shapiro gets his end of his wire connected to the pole down there, Mr. Reimel's going to be climbing this pole. Okay.
This is your X3, X2, and X1. This is your neutral right here. You see where this ground strap is. This is your secondary arrestor, your 2 leads. I've never seen this do anything. If anybody's ever seen a secondary arrestor work, please let me know, because I've never seen it do a thing. Here's the hanger for your pot. One way you can tell what size pot is on the pole, the 50 and the 75 can be close. The 75 is going to have this 24-inch spacing, and a 50 is still going to have 12-inch spacing in most cases. I did forget to mention this is an additive polarity transformer. That is why they're X3, 2, and 1. If this were a subtractive polarity transformer, it would be X1, X2, X3. Right here I got the transformer. What's up, y'all? America's favorite lineman. Let's rig this big old 75 today. Right here we're going to use number 4 poly for our H1. This will be our primary stinger going up to the bottom of the cutout. One thing we do before we make any connections to the transformer, we brush, we put deaux or inhibitor in every connection, just so it keeps connections clean, hopefully keeps us from having to come back. Right here we have our squirrel guard or animal guard. Got different rivets for different size. About that second one fits on this number 4 pretty good. This is an I terminal. It's highly recommended that you do not use